Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. How good would George Pickens be in year 2? Last year, George Pickens, his rookie year, I believe he played every game last year. And he had 801 yards, 52 catches, and he had 4 touchdowns. He had 15 yards per catch, which is good, like that. I feel like he could have had probably 1,000 yards or like kind of borderline 1,000 early on those early weeks. Mr. Trubisky didn't really target him a lot. We've seen a few passes here and there, like he might get 1 target a game, but if he got like more targets like early on in the year, I feel like he could have had 1,000 yards. But next year I'm have big high hopes for him and have a lot of like expectations for George Pickens as well. And the team itself got it, of course, and of course he himself has it as well, because George Pickens is an absolute beast. He's an absolute beast. He's a dog out there, and he plays the receiver position the way the Steelers want. Like we've seen a lot of receivers throughout history, some of the best Steeler receivers like that. And well, from my days of watching the Steelers, of course, Hines Ward and Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown probably been the best one I've seen like that. You see how they play the position. Like Antonio Brown might have been smaller in stature, like 5'10", like that, but he was able to. He had like some size, so he was able to like get physical and able to get release and get separation, like crazy separation off of different competitors and stuff. And Hines Ward was one of the most aggressive receivers I've seen. You know, in the run game, the way he blocked and stuff, and he hit, and the way he played and stuff, and the way he was so reliable, possession catching. He should be in the Hall of Fame, but you know, they didn't put him in the Hall of Fame just yet. Maybe one day he'll get in there. I don't know when eligibility run out. I don't know if it ever runs out or not, but hopefully get in there eventually. But George Pickens plays that physicality. He bring that different type of energy on the field. Like Chase Claypool was a guy who had a lot of high hopes. We had a lot of high hopes for. Everybody thought that Claypool was gonna be the next like big receiver in Pittsburgh. Because his rookie year, he put up 860 yards, but he had like 11 or 12 touchdowns. He was doing a lot of things his rookie year. In the second year, he put 807 yards up as well, but it kind of a little lackluster because we was expecting him to make that second year jump. Like I mentioned before in the past video, by year 3, you know what a player is. When we seen him in year 3, it was like, we know who Chase Claypool is. He's a guy going to give us 800 yards, maybe 1,000. Like on a good year like that, but he's a guy who's gonna give us around that range, some sparks here and there. But he's not a guy you can consistently rely on because he doesn't play. He's maybe 6'4", and he might be 230, 40 pounds like that, but he doesn't play like that. He plays like he's 190, 5'9", like that. He doesn't play physical. But George Pickens brought a kind of like the complete opposite of him a little bit. He brought like that physicality. He just went out there and just played physical. He wasn't scared to like, you know, get handsy back with the cornerbacks and stuff, and not scared to go up for the ball and stuff. And you know, he's one of those guys that bring that energy. Like some of that stuff you cannot teach. It's just like gotta be inside you. Like when people say they got that dog in them, like they got that dog, they got that beast in them, like that. It means like basically that means they a guy who's gonna go out there, who's gonna hustle, and they're gonna play 110% energy every single time they on the field or anywhere like that. Just like in basketball, you see Giannis Antetokounmpo. Got that dog in him. Every time you see Giannis on the court, most of his points, he averaging 31 a game, but most of his points come from him hustling. George Pickens made a lot of big time plays. We've seen like throughout the season, him making plays, like just putting extra effort in like that and going a mile and above to get passes and get receptions in like that and make sure to come down with it and be clutch and stuff. And we seen those crazy catches. They're doing everything beyond his effort like that and putting it out on the line like that just to make a play and get a catch, stuff like that. So it was great to see George Pickens do that his rookie year and have some, some big time games his rookie year too, like that. Just going out there and scoring a game-winning touchdown against the Raiders, and also him just making some big plays down the field like that. You're like, that's what I'm talking about, like that. Seeing him just be physical. And this year, I'm expecting him to put up 1,200 probably receiving yards, so 1,200 receiving yards, probably like 7 touchdowns or something like that. I'm predicting him to put that type of like stat up, like him put up like those type of numbers, like Pro Bowl like numbers up like that, because he had the potential. And then Dante Johnson, of course, being on the other side of him, make things easier as well. Because Dante Johnson's still a beast out there too as well, like that. He didn't score a touchdown last year, but it's okay. This year, I think he'll score probably 4 or 5 touchdowns like that. He had some touchdown opportunities last year. He did drop some like that, but he lit a fire another day. This season, I think he'll be good. And then Calvin Austin, we got to see what he's going to be about. But George Pickens should be emerged as the #1 receiver, and he should make a big leap in year 2, just like Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett going to be very, very good, I think, in year 2. And then George Pickens going to be good, too, as well. And those guys going to be around for a long time doing that little duo thing. Like, we've seen a lot of different receiver, quarterback duos throughout history. Of course, the best of the best, like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Who was a Big Ben and Antonio Brown is up there, too, if you look at the numbers. Of course, Rob Gronkowski and Tom Brady is up there as well, but Big Ben and AB was up there as well. Some of those, like, this big-time duos, Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison was up there as well. And Reggie Wayne, you can throw him in that mixes, too. But, yeah, like, hopefully they kind of built into that type of like style, like Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates type. You know, like they're building that style where like those guys are a crazy duo and they just put up some crazy numbers. I feel like it's like approaching this year. I have a good feeling about the Steelers' trajectory and the projection. I feel like the Steelers gonna go out there and just play amazing football this season like that. The O-line is getting better. The Steelers got to the old school style of running last year when they was running after the bye week. They was running the ball very well like that. Had some big time games. And Najee Harris is going out there and running, him and Jalen Warren and stuff. Just like SteelerNation Australia mentioned, the Steelers getting back to the old school football and running the rock, running the ball, just going out there and just playing that. That's the way we won in the old days. You win in the line of scrimmage. When you win the line of scrimmage, you can control the game. On defense, when you win the line of scrimmage, what happens? You wreak havoc on their quarterback. He can make plays and can't make anything happen. On offense, when you control the line of scrimmage, you can run the ball, and that opens up so much stuff get opened up from the run game. Like when you run the ball, and teams got to load the box up and add extra men to the box like that to watch the run. And you can hit them to play action and go out there and then like trick them up a little bit. It opens so much up for the game. And we've seen in the second half of the season when we played and ran the ball a lot more and started running very consistently and stayed dedicated to the run. Because I feel like our offensive line was never like just terrible. It's just like the Steelers never got dedicated to the run because they thought the old line was going to sustain. But some games, I like the games that like even when we wasn't out there getting like every like big time run we kept chipping at it. Then you see a big time run happen or a big thing come out the gate like that. So the Steelers can continue doing that. Now added the new pieces they got, Herbig and Siamalu. I might say his name wrong. I'm gonna call him Isaac. Yeah, I'm calling him Isaac because I might have said his name wrong. Simalo or Simalu. Let me know down below. Yeah, I think it's Simalo. But now we got the new pieces added to the mix, and they most likely probably draft the tackle probably in the mid round, maybe third round, maybe second with that second pick. We got the 49th pick, but the Steelers got a lot of good guys on the team that they added. And the defense, in my opinion, was already elite. But now you added some more veteran guys there, more consistent guys there, two in the middle, like Eliana Roberts and, of course, Cole Holcomb, like that. It's going to be very good to see. And Patrick Peterson, of course, being added as well. So I feel like this draft's going to be good, and I feel like this season's going to be good for the Steelers to go out there and just ball out. And George Pickens is going to be one of those main factors in that as well. Let me know down in the comment section down below what you guys think of George Pickens and what you think he's going to do in year 2. But I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.